No, no, no. What's the point? What's the point of the Insta360 GO ULTRA if it's not a pill-sized action camera and it's now larger? It's like, it looks like an ordinary action camera. What's the point of getting this? Okay, first of all, I think the GO ULTRA is cool. On paper, I think it's great from the videos that I've seen. The visuals look very impressive. The audio sounds amazing. On paper, it seems like a great action camera. And mind you, I'm a huge fan of the Insta360 GO series. In fact, for a time, the GO 3S was my favorite action camera to use, mainly because it was a pill-shaped action camera that you could mount anywhere. On your hat, you can wear it. It didn't feel like anything at all. Very similar to the DJI Mic 2s or the Mic Minis. Like, there's a reason why these are cool. It's because they're small and discreet. The GO ULTRA is not discreet. It's larger. The GO ULTRA is not discreet anymore. Like, it looks like an ordinary action camera. So what's the point? Hold on. Gosh, I look like a mess. Sorry, getting ready to go to the gym, but before I do, I wanted to make this video because I think it's important to point out the fact that the Insta360 GO ULTRA does not align anymore with the philosophy of the GO series in that it's meant to be the world's smallest action camera that you can mount and use anywhere. That was the philosophy of the Insta360 GO series that was so different to any other action camera out there, which is why I loved the GO 3S. Yes, it had limitations like all cameras, but I used the GO 3S specifically for those POV shots or to put into tight spaces. Like, there was a purpose for that camera. But now that it's bigger, it seems like another action camera. So again, I have to ask, what's the point? Also, I'm not making this video because I didn't get the embargoed product. I am very much excited about the GO ULTRA. Like, I will get my hands on it. I want to make a video about it. I want to just test it out. And for the most part, I am very optimistic about pretty much any camera gear out there. I like seeing what a camera or lens or any type of product can do, and I don't really focus on the limitations. But the fact that they changed it up and went away from their philosophy of being a pill-shaped action camera, that got me flustered. I'm all flustered up. Now, there are some really cool improvements with the GO ULTRA, things like 4K 60 video, that's great. Larger sensor, which means better image quality overall for video, better dynamic range, especially when using pure video. The audio quality from the GO ULTRA, based on the videos that I've seen, sounds amazing. That's fantastic. And of course, you got improved battery life. You now have a micro SD card slot to put a 500 gigabyte micro SD card. That's cool, although I do have some thoughts on that. So overall, on paper, specs-wise, seems like a really cool camera. Oh, and I also like that you can play back the video without putting the actual camera into the action pod. That was really annoying with the GO 3S. I didn't like that I had to put the camera into the action pod to play back the video, so that's really cool. But the biggest downside to the GO ULTRA, in my opinion, is the size. And again, I have to reemphasize, because it's bigger, it just looks like and seems like a typical action camera. There are a couple of things too that seem kind of weird, like you can't really connect with the Insta360 mic, at least not yet. And also, no internal storage anymore. Like, you just have to use a micro SD card. And I know there's some different viewpoints on that, like people might love that, but I personally love the fact that there was internal storage in the GO 3S. It wasn't much, but I didn't use the GO 3S to film video all day. Like, I knew I was going to use that camera to film specific segments, whether it's a POV shot where I'm wearing the GO 3S or clipping it to a baseball cap or mounting it to the corner of the dashboard of my car. Like, there were specific cases that I used the GO 3S because it was designed to be a tiny action camera. But again, now that it's bigger, I may as well use an Insta360 Ace Pro 2 or the DJI Action 5 Pro. Again, what's the point? And I know this seems like a rant, so I'm really sorry if I'm being like pessimistic and everything. Again, I'm usually optimistic about pretty much all types of gear, but I've noticed this with a lot of camera brands is that they're trying to make a camera for everybody when they don't need to. Specific cameras are meant to be used in specific ways. Like if I need a hybrid camera that kind of does it all for vlogs, take photos, that has great autofocusing, I'm gonna stick with my Sony cameras. If I want to use a camera that has open gate, then I'm going to use something like the Lumix S1 II. If I'm traveling and I need one camera to make vlogs, I'm probably going to go with the DJI Pocket 3 because 1, it's a camera, 2, it's a gimbal, 3, you can connect it with the DJI Mic 2 or the Mic Mini. So to vlog my travels, I'm gonna go with the Pocket 3. You know, one time someone commented on one of my Pocket 3 videos and complained that it wasn't waterproof. And I'm like, it's not meant to be waterproof. If you want a waterproof camera, get an action camera. Each camera has a specific use case, and the Go Ultra seems like it's trying to be another action camera. It's forgetting the best thing about the Go series is that it's meant to be the smallest action camera in the world. A tiny pill-shaped camera that you can use anywhere. Oh man, that's an interesting direction, Insta360. I need to get my hands on it because maybe it'll change my mind, but I don't know. What do you think? Am I wrong? Am I right? Whatever your thoughts are, let me know in the comments below, but I gotta get to the gym. I gotta defluster myself. Is that a word? I don't know. Okay, gotta go, bye.